You from Kingsville, Texas. We're bringing you some live football action tonight with hosting Santa Gertrudis Academy Lions taking on Skidmore-Tynan. Skidmore-Tynan comes in 2-0 on the season, while Santa Gertrudis Academy got the late start, but ready to go now. The Lions coming in and seeking of their first win since 2018. Actually, week 6 of October 2018 when they defeated Valfurias. Under a new regime, under head coach Jerry Carpenter making his debut, coming over from Fair, was also at H.M. King previously under Teddy Carrier for a couple of seasons, making his debut at the helm for the Academy Lions. Meanwhile, Skidmore-Tynan coming in at 2-0, upset Kennedy in week 1 and took down Robstown last week. A running offense is Skidmore coming in this season. I remember week 1 against Kennedy, Austin Coronado, 161 yards on 13 carries, led Skidmore to a week 1 victory. And then last week, Coronado for another couple of touchdowns, and Michael Menchaca followed with a 23-yard scamper of his own for Skidmore-Tynan. So the Bobcats coming in here. Running team, looks like they're gonna kick off. While the home team, Santa Gertrudis Academy, will receive the kickoff. I just want to remind everybody who's watching on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you do social media, we are there. We're on the Roku Network. We're on Apple TV. Just go search for Real Sports Live and you'll be able to see this broadcast and many more that we have on the slate for this week. Kicking off for the Bobcats is number 8, Cade Florence. Ball fielded around the 20. That's a nice return by number 17 for Academy, Jacob Espinosa. And Espinosa is going to go the distance, and he's going to take it back 80 yards for the score to put the Santa Gertrudis Lions on top. Coming out of the gate, number 17, Jacob Espinosa. See that replay? See, Espinosa finds a little bit of a crease when he gets to around the 30-yard line, and it's just a foot race, and he just has the kicker to beat all the way for the score. 80-plus yards there for the kickoff return. Good way for these Lions to start off the 2020 season. Couldn't have asked for a better start. Santa Gertrudis gonna go for 2 here, quarterback. Number 2, that's Nico Jaramillo, tosses it out to the receiver, Brant Tinsley, a little bit behind Tinsley. Oh, excuse me, that's not a score. That was actually the first down play. So they actually called him down at the 14-yard line. So there's a penalty on the play. It's going to be on Santa Gertrudis. It's going to be 1st and 20. So it'll be 1st down and 20 at the Bobcat 24-yard line. That's a direct snap to Tinsley, and he brings it up for a gain of about 1. We second down and 19 with the ball resting at the 24. Lions coming out in the spread, 3 wide receivers to the right for the quarterback, Hadamil. Hadamil back to pass, has a man, he throws low for number 17, Jacob Espinosa. Incomplete. Gonna bring up 3rd down and 19. For the Lions. After that run back, after SGA had the penalty. So it looked like a promising start to the game for SGA. Now has them back for a 3rd and 19. With the play clock running low, we're inside of 10 seconds. As the Lions hurry to the line. I'm going to have to burn a timeout. So while the Academy Lions take a timeout, we're going to take a quick break here. Coming to you from Kingsville, Texas, Javelina Stadium. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
And build an insurance and financial service business.
Then we would like to show you how we can help.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Javelina Stadium. I'm Mark Polino. This is Real Sports Live. It's now 3rd and 19 for the Academy Lions. Here's a snap. Hadamil rolls to his right, throws it up, and that's going to be picked off at the 1-yard line. Looks like that's number 15, Michael Menchaca. And the ball just floated in the air, as we see on the replay. Hadamil rolls, just chunks it up there, and it just kind of sits up there for a while. Just easy pickings for Menchaca. Returns it to about the 9-yard line. So that's where Skidmore-Tynan's going to take over. And there's the give to Joe Guerra, the junior. Picks up a couple of yards, calls it 3 out of that wing T formation. 200 plus yards on the ground for Skidmore-Tynan last week. The Bobcats come out here looking for a 3-0 start, but they've run really well out of this wing T formation all season, picking up a win against Kennedy and Robstown last week. Let's just get to the right side. That's number 8, Florence. He gets tripped up and picks up only a couple. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Picks up maybe about a yard, it looks like. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Bobcats. Trying to make something happen after that interception on the goal line for the Lions. And here's the give. It's Menchaca. Menchaca dances his way around the crowd, gets up to about the 17, close to the 18-yard line, picks up about 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 2, and Skidmore is going to bring on the punting team. So the Bobcats go 3 and out after picking up the turnover on the defensive end. So punting is going to be Florence, and back for Santa Gertrudis is going to be Jacob Espinosa at the long kickoff, about 70 yards. But he looks like he's going to take this around the bounce at around the 44-yard line before he gets taken down around the 48. So decent field position for the Lions coming out on their second drive. First drive started out good with the return. Got set up at the Skidmore 14 before a penalty drove them back, and then the interception. The first attempt at the 48-yard line. Here's the snap. There's the give to number 10, Anthony Ramirez. And Ramirez picks up about a yard to about the 49-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. Look at 2 different offenses here. You see Skidmore out of the wing T, and then you have the spread offense by the Lions coming out. 4 wide set, single back out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right for the quarterback, Jaramillo. Jaramillo rolls to his right, looks downfield. He's going to tuck it. He's going to try to run, but he's going to get dragged down out of bounds. That's number 40, Joe Guerra. So good job of pursuit by Guerra there, holding Jaramillo to no gain. It's going to be another 3rd and long for Santa Gertrudis Academy. Jaramillo in trouble, gets taken down way behind the line at about 39. Sack going to be credited to number 25, Marcus Gabriel. Now let's take another look at that. As Jaramillo almost instantly felt the pressure there. And you see Gabriel just shooting like a rocket there and take down Jaramillo as he tried to escape out of the pocket, but no dice there. It's going to be now 4th and 19, way back at the 39-yard line for Santa Gertrudis, and they'll punt it away, doing the honors of Jacob Sanchez, and fielded by Florence, and he has a nice return all the way up to about the 42. So that's where Skidmore is going to take over. 1st and 10. I'm going to call it the 41-yard line of Santa Gertrudis. So 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Skidmore's lining up out of the wing tee, and there's going to be a penalty flag there. And we're going to get the call from the ref, see who moved. It looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. Got a nice crowd here at Javelina Stadium, and a band and cheerleaders. Haven't had many of those games myself. The first couple of weeks, usually rolling without a band. So they're going to call false start on the offense. So that's going to back up the Bobcats 5 yards. Going to move them all the way back to the Skidmore 47-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 15 before the Bobcats after the penalty. And the referee winds the clock. And here's the give to Florence. Picks up about 7 yards up to the 40 before he gets tripped up. Nice first down run here, as you see Florence just take it to the right side and able to hit the hole and fall forward for 8 yards. Nice gain on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Bobcats. And there's the give to Guerra up ahead. Picks up about a yard before he's swallowed up, taken down to about the 39 of Santa Gertrudis. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Bobcats. When you come out in a formation like this, a heavy running formation like the wing tee, getting into these 3rd and long situations never really ideal. And there's going to be another penalty. And that one's going to be on Skidmore once again with the false start. So it's going to push him back. So it was a 3rd and 7. Now going to be a 3rd and 12 for the Bobcats. Third and long. A man in motion, and the quarterback, that's number quarterback never had a chance there. Sniffed out by Santa Gertrudis. And that was number 9, Jacob Sanchez. Just nobody in front of him, just walks into the backfield. So we have a punt. And that's taken and lost by Brant Tinsley, but luckily Anthony Ramirez was there to to jump on it. Literally came up and was looking for the ball, threw his hands up in the air, but had a teammate watching his back there, so. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Santa Gertrudis on their 3rd drive of the night, starting from their own 30-yard line. And there's the direct snap. Nice pickup on 1st down of about 7 from Brant Tinsley. Seen Tinsley there a couple of times so far, taking the direct snap for the run. Picked up about 7 to about the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Lions. Coming out 4 wide, 3 wide receivers to the left, single back in the shotgun. Tinsley once again looking for room to run, but gets taken down at the 45. Going to lose around 2 there. The first quarter getting ready to tick down. We're at about a little over 2 minutes here. 3rd and 6, and we're going to have a free play. And Tinsley just throws it up, and he had a man. And that was number 15, Tony Benitez. But couldn't complete that pass. So Lions going to get the penalty, which might result in a 1st down. So after the penalty, they will get the 1st down. It's going to keep the chains moving. So the ball's going to be placed at around the 41-yard line after that penalty. Didn't get the free play, but they got the 1st down. 1st and 10 Academy from their own 41-yard line. And there's the handoff to number 10, Ramirez, who gets tripped up by one of his own blockers in the backfield. Gets taken down for a loss all the way back to the 37-yard line, it looks like. Going to be a loss of a couple on the play, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 13. Could be a 2nd and 14, I believe, for the Lions. And a delay a game for the Lions. The 2nd time they've seen that clock wind down. This time they're going to get flagged for it. So it's going to be a penalty on the hosting Lions. So that'll back them up to their own 32-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 18 now. A couple of bad penalties for the Lions during their first 3 drives. Saw the 10-yarder on their first drive. They drove them back from the Skidmore 14 to the 24. And here's the pass down the field, and it's caught. And that's number 1, Kirby Owen. From Brant Tinsley. Tinsley just drops a dime there. Let's go look at that replay. See, Tinsley just throws it just a little bit ahead, but Kirby's able to reach out in front of him and pick it up. And here's a run by Tinsley. Picks up another couple of yards from the 33 all the way down to the 15. Picks up another 18, call it 17 yards. And they give us to Ramirez. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there. So 2 big plays for the Lions have them in business. 2nd and 10 from the Skidmore 16-yard line. Second and 10 coming up. Tinsley, he's going to throw again, and he has Kirby, and he hits him in the numbers, and that's how the quarter is going to end. We're still scoreless here after 1. Skidmore-Tynan 0, Santa Gertrudis Academy 0. So that's the end of 1. We're going to bring you the second quarter coming up. We're going to take a break. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live, and I'm Mark Molina. We're here from Javelina Stadium for the Santa Gertrudis Academy Lions hosting the Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats. Lions threatening here inside the red zone. 3rd and 10 from the Skidmore 16-yard line. There's a low snap, and there's the give for Ramirez, and Ramirez goes up ahead and loses the ball, but there to fall on it is number 15, Tony Benitez. Ball's going to be marked down at the 6-yard line. And it looks like we're going to have a measurement here. It looks like the placement of the ball is right on or near the first down. So we're going to bring in the chain gang. Second time Santa Gertrudis has been into the red zone tonight. See if this drive continues. And it looks like it's going to be first down by about a half a football. So set them up, 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. The Lions get a fresh set of downs on the run. First and goal from the 6-yard line. For the Lions. And we're going to wind the clock. There's a snap to Tinsley. And Tinsley going to be eaten up as he approaches the line of scrimmage. It looks like he's going to be taken for a loss there. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the run by Tinsley. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line now for Academy. Lions trying to make good on this trip to the red zone. And once again, the play clock running low on Academy. We've seen it a couple of times already. They've wasted a timeout, been flagged for another. But here they go, rush the line. Tinsley, quick snap and throw, and just sails over his intended receiver, Benitez. Going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 7 now. Another 3rd down for Academy. Tinsley's had a couple of passes sail over the receiver already today. Saw that one there from Benitez, and it looks like we're going to have penalty, and it looks like it's going to be against the offense. It looks like movement on the line. So now, once again, Academy being pushed back by another penalty, so it's now going to be 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line. Would be pretty big here for the Skidmore defense. They were able to come up with a stop. As another flag comes in right before the snap, it's going to be another false start by Santa Gertrudis, and back they go. So once again, started off as 1st and goal from the 6-yard line, is now turned into 3rd and goal from the 17 for Santa Gertrudis. So we have a timeout on the field. So both teams get a shot to talk about it. We're going to take a break here. This is Rural Sports Live. We'll be back.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Welcome back to Javelina Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rural Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina. And out on the field, Academy facing a 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line. Here's a snap, and here's a throw coming out of the backfield. That's Amidas, and Amidas gets pushed out of bounds around the 5-yard line after making that catch. Pickup of about 12. See, Amidas just coming out of the backfield, takes that pass, and has a little bit of room to run, but gets taken out around the 5-yard line there. So it looks like Santa Gertrudis is going to go. 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. Three wide single back set. Tinsley takes it. The direct snap, has a little bit of room and dances up to about the 2-yard line, but he's going to get taken down and he's going to be short. It's going to be a turnover on downs after all that for the Lions. 1st and goal from the 6. They end up turning it over after a couple of penalties, pushing back. So with 9:57 to go in the first half, Skidmore-Tynan's going to take over. It's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. There's a rush. Looks like number 40 in the pile, Joe Guerra. Moved up ahead for no gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Skidmore. Here's the give. This time it's going to go to Menchaca. Menchaca barrels ahead for about a 4-yard gain. Brings, call it 5 to about the 7-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for Skidmore at the 9-minute mark. Couple of 3 and outs in the early going for Skidmore. Their offense yet to really get going. Here's a give up ahead to Menchaca, and Menchaca gets taken down after just a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 4th down once again for Skidmore. And after the turnover on downs by Academy, the Skidmore offense comes out with a 3 and out. Don't get out of the shadow of their own end zone. That's where they're going to be punting from. So the Lions looking to getting nice field position after all that. Here's a high punt. And takes a bounce, but it's still going to be taken from the 19-yard line. And that was Tinsley, who I guess never heard a whistle or and the referees are going to call the ball dead at the 19-yard line after that punt. And you see Tinsley just takes it there, and everybody just standing around and looking while Tinsley hits the end zone. But so that will not be a run back. That's going to be a dead ball at the 18-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Academy at this Skidmore-Tynan 18-yard line. Academy in the end zone, the red zone once again, and that's going to be another penalty by the Lions. Boy, those penalties early on are just really killing the Lions. So it's going to be backed up to the 23-yard line. 1st and 15 for Santa Gertrudis after that penalty. That's already 3 on the last couple of plays by the Lions. Tinsley back to pass. Has a man, and there's a good play broken up by Riley Chandler, intended for Tony Benitez. Let's go back and take a look. Tinsley just a couple of steps of a drop. Just sails it over there, but it's a nice play there made by the Skidmore defender. Number 20, Riley Chandler. Is to give that to Espinosa. He comes around the left side, fights for yardage, gets about the 20, but there's a flags coming in from all sides. About a 3-yard pickup there, but let's check the penalties. So it's going to be a penalty on Skidmore. It's going to move the Lions all the way up to the Bobcat 12-yard line. It's going to be a first down now. There's a man in motion, and there's a fumbled snap on the sweep. That was Espinosa. Couldn't quite take the handoff there by Tinsley. The Lions able to fall on the ball, but after a 4-yard loss, it's going to be 2nd and 14 back at the Bobcat 16-yard line. Lions have made a few trips already here inside the red zone, but it just has not been friendly to them so far. Penalties, mistakes for the Lions. Tinsley takes the snap, barrels up ahead, shrugs off a couple of defenders to about the 11-yard line, picks up about 5 yards on the carry. Going to bring up a 3rd and 9 now from the 11-yard line. Looking for the Skidmore 2 for a first down. Four wide set, 3 wide receivers to the right for Tinsley and the Lions. Here's a snap. They're going to go for the one-on-one, and looks like Tony Benitez gets tripped up and doesn't get his head turned around in time. And another failed 3rd down attempt for the Lions. Going to bring up another 4th down. This one's going to be 4th and 9 from the 11 now. See what the Lions elect to do here. Looks like they are going to go for it once again. Got to think they have a lot of confidence in their defense. And there's another penalty on the Lions. That's going to back them up 5 yards. And it looks like whatever thoughts they were having about going for it, let's see if the penalty changes that. So it's going to be moved back to the 16-yard line. It's going to be now a 4th and 14 for the Lions. So they're going to come out a 4 wide single back set, 3 wide receivers to the right for Tinsley. Tinsley, low snap, and he's just going to have to fall on top of it. And he's going to get taken down. And that's number 25, Marcus Gabriel. Once again, Gabriel having himself quite the game. And let's go back to that. Just Tinsley just couldn't control the snap, never able to get on top of it. He just partially fell on it and was thrown into it by Gabriel and company. And Skidmore is going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line with 5:11 to go here in the first half. Let's see if their offense can get anything going. And barreling up ahead is Guerra. Picks up about 4 yards on the carry to the 30-yard line. Those are the kind of positive gains you're going to need out of this wing T formation for Skidmore. You see high schools come out and be very, very successful with formations like these. There's a lot that goes into it, and a big part of it is big positive gains on the first down. And there's going to be a keeper by Florence. Florence picks up another 2 yards to the 32-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now, as the time continues to tick away. Now 4:11 left in the first half. Still scoreless here. We've seen a lot of the academy offense, and we've seen a couple of 3-and-outs by Skidmore-Tynan. And barreling up ahead for 4 yards and first down yardage, it seems. So that's going to be a first down for Skidmore. After picking up 5 yards on that 3rd down play. And that was number 25, Marcus Gabriel, with the run to pick up the first. And Florence is going to keep it. And he's going to get up to the 41-yard line. Picks up about 4 on that first down run. 4 yards here, 3 yards there, 5 yards there for this kind of an offense. Once it's all figured out and working, it can be a very dangerous offense, and one that can really take it out of the defense, but not ideal for trying to make it down the field in late half situations such as this. Still plenty of time, though. We're still just inside 3 minutes, and looks like this is going to be a penalty. The first signal is on the defense. So it looks like it's going to be an encroachment penalty on Santa Gertrudis, and the ball is going to be moved up to the 46-yard line of Skidmore, and they're about half a yard away, or inches away, from a first down. So 2nd and 1 here. They give it to Gabriel, and Gabriel's going to barrel up ahead 4, 5, call it 6 yards to the Academy 49-yard line. And that's another first down. First and 10 from the Academy 49-yard line, Skidmore. Fakes to Gabriel. Florence runs up ahead. Picks up about 4 yards, just shy of the 45-yard line. Picks up about 3. 3.5. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Bobcats as they're trying to work their way down the field. We're under 2 minutes now. Man in motion, and Florence drops back to pass. He has a man wide open, and that was a big drop there. Number 80, Keegan Westmoreland. Took the Academy defense for a look. Everybody's reading run there. There's a man in motion. Florence just drops back and has a man wide open, but just couldn't hang on to it. Was Westmoreland. So with 1:38 to play, there's a timeout on the field. 3rd and 7 after that drop pass for Skidmore. So while we're at the break, let's take a quick break ourselves. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Welcome back to Javelina Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molino. This is Real Sports Live. And we have about 1:38 left here in the first half between the Santa Gertrudis Lions, the hosting team, against Skidmore-Tynan. Skidmore-Tynan trying to work their way down the field here at the end of the half, but it's now 3rd and long now, 3rd and 7. And Florence just escapes, rolls to the right, and he's going to throw, and it's going to be low for his intended receiver. That's number 15, Michael Menchaca, but there's penalty flags in the backfield. Florence able to escape a couple of shoelace tackles there and roll out and get a pass out down the field on the run, but that was well short of his intended receiver, Menchaca. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to back the Bobcats up all the way down back to their own 45-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 16 now. There's a whistle on the field. Looks like the officials are discussing. Looks like an official timeout. Looks like it's a request by the official to get some time put back on, so it's going to be about 5 seconds put back on the clock. It's going to be now 1:21 left here in the second quarter, and it's a 3rd and 16 for Skidmore-Tynan back at their own 45. They need the Academy 39-yard line for a first down. Man in motion, Florence rolls back the other way to his left, and he just throws that one over Guerra, That's an incomplete pass, and it's going to be now 3rd and 16. With the minute 4 to go. So Florence has a couple of incomplete passes here in this drive. He had a drop down the field that would have been big, but instead now Skidmore is gonna punt it away, and here's a high kick by Florence, and it's gonna land at the 34-yard line of Academy, where it's gonna be downed, and that's where the Lions are gonna take over. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. And Academy with 54 seconds before the half to try to do something, put some points on the board. They've had their chances, but just squandered opportunities in the red zone a few times here in this first half. 4 wide set, single back from the shotgun. Here's Tinsley, rolls to his right. He's going to go deep. He overshoots a man who was double covered. That's Kirby Owen. Had about a step on a defender and another one coming in from the safety position, but the ball sails about 2-3 yards ahead of him. Maybe more. 2nd down and 10. Coming out once again, 4 wide. Tinsley going deep again. And he has Benitez there, but another incomplete pass. It's going to bring a 3rd and 10 now. Looks like that timing between quarterback and receiver just not down. Got to remember this is SGA's first game of the season. One of those teams that got the late start here in the area. So you, of course, got those first game kinks to try to iron out here. 3rd and 10. Tinsley takes a direct snap, and he's going to try the left side of the line. He's going to get wrapped up and taken down for the sack back at the 31-yard line. And it's going to be a timeout on the field by Skidmore, who's trying to get the ball back with some time. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here at Javelina Stadium. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
We're back here at Javelina Stadium. It's now 4th and 12 for the Santa Gertrudis Academy Lions. They're going to punt it away with 30 seconds to go. Here's a high, short punt. Takes a friendly bounce for SGA, and it's going to be downed at the 32-yard line of Skidmore. So Skidmore-Tynan going to attempt to get down the field in 21 seconds right before the half. Here in a scoreless tie. Despite the formation Skidmore-Tynan runs, they've thrown a couple of passes and they've looked like they had the potential for some success, but just unable to connect here in the passing game for both teams really tonight. It's been a tough game through the air. Skidmore-Tynan is going to come out here. Well, there's going to be a timeout now. Skidmore. With 21 seconds to go, the Bobcats want to talk about it a little bit, so with the break on the field, we're going to take another timeout here. And we'll be back.
Two full days of Texas Fest on March 13 and 14 at the San Benito Fairgrounds. Experience the Battle of the Alamo. See the fabulous Grammy winner Erida Reina Yavante and legendary Jaime de Anda, plus Los Garcia Brothers, Sereno, H3, Grupo Ácido, huge car show, market days, and join the IBCA State Championship Cook-Off. Take in native Indian, folklorico, and Aztec dancers, Reyes dancing horses, and rock climbing wall and games. Don't miss Texas Fest in San Benito.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams.
And we're back, and here's Florence. And there's another incomplete pass. So that's how the half's going to end, and Skidmore will pick up no more than 4 yards there. So at the half, it's going to be the hosting Santa Gertrudis Lions, nothing. Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats, nothing. Scoreless tie here. Both teams struggling offensively. And that's how we're going to go into the half, and both teams are going to talk about it. But we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes to discuss what we saw here in the first half. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
are headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Come and enjoy 2 full days of Texas Fest on March 13 and 14 at the San Benito Fairgrounds. Experience the Battle of the Alamo. See the fabulous Grammy winner Eddie the Reina Llavante and legendary Jaime de Anda, plus Los Garcia Brothers, Sereno, H3, Grupo Ácido, huge car show, market days, and join the IBCA State Championship Cook-Off. Take in native Indian, folklorico, and Aztec dancers, Reyes dancing horses, and rock climbing wall and games. Don't miss Texas Fest in San Benito.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on a big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas. Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the Square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166, Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC. DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield. The Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop. Moore Funeral Home, serving Refugio, a county family since 1969. A family-owned business. They're here to serve you every need. Winston, Judy, and Mark Moore support the Bobcats all the way to state. In Fremont, Texas, off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina, and this is Real Sports Live, and we are at halftime here in a game between Santa Gertrudis Academy and Skidmore-Tynan. 0-0 at the half right now. The story here from the first half, the Santa Gertrudis Lions, just a lot of missed opportunities. Opened the game with a nice 70-yard run back by Jacob Espinosa, setting them up at the Tolosa Midway 14-yard line, and penalties and turnovers have cost them dearly. They had a interception at the goal line during that first drive, and they've had a couple more drives into the red zone, but unable to convert and put up any points. A couple of turnovers on downs for the Academy Lions, who have struggled with penalties. A couple of false start penalties during the first half, really showing their first game woes here of the season. But the Lions trying to find their first win since October of 2018 here, and they're trying to do it against the Skidmore-Tynan team, who is 2-0 and has run the ball really well this season, but not much tonight. A couple of 3-and-outs for the Bobcats here, coming out of that wing T formation, but nothing much going for them. Unable to capitalize on the opportunities that Academy has given them. The Academy turned the ball over on downs a couple of times and threw an interception early on, but neither team has been able to convert and put any points on the board. So here we remain 0-0. And just a lot going on here in the Coastal Bend. Tonight we have a couple of other football games. We have one of the big games in the area, Rockport Fulton hosting the Miller Bucks. And we also have London at West Osa. We saw London last week against Orange Grove. We have Refugia at Bloomington. We did have some technical difficulties with London at West Osa, unable to establish an internet connection there, so we would want to apologize for the inconvenience on that game. We're looking to have it recorded and put up after the fact, so stay with us on that one. But we also have live at Refugia at Bloomington, Aransas Pass at Falfurrias, Taft at Kennedy, Three Rivers at Freer. We have this game, and we also have Marine Military Academy, the first of the RGV schools to come out and play some football. So we have MMA at Fremont and Karn City at Odom. So there's the week 4 broadcast schedule. We also had Corpus Christi Moody and Corpus Christi Carroll volleyball. Refugia at Bloomington, Taft at Odom, Karn City at Odom. Kingsville King at Fremont, Skidmore-Tynan and Santa Gertrudis. That game was scratched earlier. Three Rivers at Freer, Grace Temple Christian at Annapolis, and Falfurrias at CC Miller. So look for some of those games on the Real Sports Live, and go follow us anywhere you do social media: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Roku Network, and on Apple TV. So go search Real Sports Live and be able to see our live broadcasts and much, much more, including content and archive live games that we have. So go check that out here. But we're about 15 minutes from the start of the second half here. We have quite a few people out. We do have a band, but once again, no halftime show here, as we have the Santa Gertrudis Academy brass following social distancing guidelines. So we have a small band, we have cheerleaders, and we have quite a nice turnout here at Javelina Stadium, but no halftime entertainment. But we'll take another quick break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes and try to run down some scores and maybe talk a little bit more about what we saw in the first half. So keep it here, Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
The kids are headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Come and enjoy 2 full days of Texas Fest on March 13 and 14 at the San Benito Fairgrounds. Experience the Battle of the Alamo. See the fabulous Grammy winner Elida Reina Yavante and legendary Jaime de Anda, plus Los Garcia Brothers, Sereno, H3, Grupo Ácido, huge car show, market days, and join the IBCA State Championship Cook-Off. Take in Native Indian, Folklorico, and Aztec dancers, Reyes dancing horses, and rock climbing wall and games. Don't miss Texas Fest in San Benito.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas. Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas. Stay Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the Square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166, Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC. DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield. The Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for Teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop. Moore Funeral Home, serving Refugio, a county family since 1969. A family-owned business. They're here to serve you every need. Winston, Judy, and Mark Moore support the Bobcats all the way to state. In Fremont, Texas, off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're still here at the half. Scoreless tie between the hosting Santa Gertrudis Academy Lions and the visiting Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats. Both teams are having their struggles here in the first half, but particularly Santa Gertrudis Academy coming out playing their first game of the season. So this is their first live football action. Had a scrimmage a couple weeks ago when they've just gotten started, but yeah, first game out for Santa Gertrudis, and they've come out and started the game. Looked very promising. They had the run back by number 17 Jacob Espinosa for about 70 yards to set them up at the Bobcat 14-yard line, but ever since then, just penalties and mistakes. They've turned the ball over once and turned it over on downs a couple of times. They've reached the red zone a number of times, but just unable to get anything going offensively. But the same can also be said for Skidmore-Tynan. Unable to get that run game going after they've put up more than 200 yards against Robstown and ran all over Kennedy in week 1. So neither team able to get things going, but we'll see what the second half brings. We're going to have Skidmore-Tynan getting the second half kickoff after Santa Gertrudis took the opening kickoff, but not much going on for either team here, but we're just a couple of minutes away from the second half here. We saw Skidmore-Tynan kind of get their offense going late there in the second half, driving down the field methodically, but then they stalled. They had a penalty of their own, so both teams kind of played by penalties here in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to clean it up coming out of the half and see what they are able to do offensively in the second half. But I think that being said, both defenses have also played well, but a lot of offensive miscues here in this one. But we're a couple of minutes away here, and we are live from historic Javelina Stadium here at Pepsi Field. So the Santa Gertrudis Lions looking for their first win since October of 2018, and Skidmore-Tynan trying to go 3-0 with wins over Kennedy and Robstown, and they're looking at a third here. So a couple minutes away from the second half, about a minute and a half. So we're going to take our last break before we return to action. And I'm Mark Molina, and this is Real Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Real Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas. Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the Square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166, Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC. DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live reporting from Javelina Stadium, and we are about to get going with the second half here between the Santa Gertrudis Academy Lions and the Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats. We are in a scoreless tie here, both offense trying to see if they can come out of the second half strong after first half where both offenses for the most part were stuck in neutral, unable to get much going. Both teams played by penalties and looking to get into some sort of rhythm. So it's going to be Skidmore-Tynan receiving the second half kickoff. Santa Gertrudis is going to kick off. Number 4, Jose Huerta, coming out to kick off for Academy. Back to receive number 15, Michael Menchaca. And number 12, Austin Coronado, it looks like. As the ball falls off the tee, we're going to reset for the kickoff as Huerta puts the ball back on the tee. And here we go. Menchaca fields it around the 20 and makes it all the way up to about the 38-yard line. And that's where Skidmore-Tynan is going to set up to open the second half. First and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Skidmore running team out of the wing tee have done so with success over the first 2 games. We haven't seen much of that during this game, but we'll see what they come out with here in the second half as they line up under center. And here's the give to Austin Coronado, and Coronado gets up to about the 40-yard line for a pickup of about 1 yard. Going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the Bobcat 40-yard line. That was number 12, Austin Coronado. Junior running back, had a couple of touchdowns last week in a win over Robstown. Once again, here's Cade Florence under center. Here's a snap, and they give it up ahead. And that's to number 40, was Joe Guerra. Junior listed as a running back / linebacker. As big fullback players often are, especially in an offense like this. And up ahead has been Chaka, and he gets taken down. Gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Nice push up front by these Lions. And we've had some good defensive plays, especially up front and rushing. As we see here, the Lions just ready for that run. Reading run all the way there. Bunch of blue jerseys. But it's going to bring up a 4th and 4 now, as Florence is going to punt it away. Back to receive is Brant Tinsley, number 11, and number 17, Espinosa. But there's a bad snap, and Florence falls in it at the 30-yard line. And a big break there for the Santa Gertrudis Academy Lions. And they're going to get their first drive started from the Skidmore 30. And it's been a game of some fortunate bounces for SGA, but they have yet to take advantage of anything. They had the nice run back and a couple of drives inside the 20-yard line, but no points to show for it. The Lions trying to change that right here as they set up at the 30 after a bad snap there by Skidmore on the punt. And there's a bad snap there, and Tinsley just picks it up, and he's going to lose a couple of yards on a bad snap as well. Saw that a couple of times in the first half. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line now. Actually, the referee is going to place the ball at the 33, so it's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 33-yard line. And the play clock under 10. Santa Gertrudis has taken their time coming out of the huddle a couple of times, and it's cost them once. And they had to burn a timeout. And there's another bad snap. And Tinsley unable to fall on this one, and Skidmore looks like they're going to recover, and they do. And another Santa Gertrudis turnover. And there's just a bad snap, a couple of straight bad snaps here. And that looks like the recovery is going to go to big 78, Juan Rodriguez for Skidmore. So with 9:02 left in the third quarter, Skidmore is going to take over at their own 39-yard line after the Santa Gertrudis fumble. Here's a snap. Florence up ahead to Guerra, and Guerra spins out and picks up 4 yards on the first down run. And gets up to about the 43-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. When you're in an offense like this, slow and methodical is what you're aiming for. But you also need those positive gains on first down, and you need to do them in chunks, 3 yards, 4 yards, or else you're going to get into this long down and distance situation. It's going to be tough to convert, especially when you practice an offense like this all week. They give it to Coronado, and he tries to make it to the left side, but he gets swallowed up for no gain. And kudos to the Santa Gertrudis defense. We're going to see the replay there. You see the Santa Gertrudis defense ready for it. There as Coronado makes it to the left side, and you see number 9 Jacob Sanchez is able to make the tackle there in space before Coronado is able to pick up steam. But with the timeout on the field, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Welcome back to Javelina Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live, and I'm Mark Molina. We're about at the 8:10 mark of the third quarter here, and Skidmore-Tynan facing a 3rd and 6 after a no-gain run by Austin Coronado on 2nd down. We had a quick timeout on the field with an injured player down, but everything's okay, and we are going to resume play. There's a 3rd and 6, and here's the run forward by Menchaca. Menchaca is going to get down at about the 44-yard line. Picks up about a yard there. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 5. Here from the 43. So Skidmore out to punt once again, with Tinsley and Espinosa back to field the punt for the Lions. Able to handle the snap this time, and Florence able to get it off in a nice high punt, and it's muffed there by Espinosa, who was able to get under it, but and another fortunate bounce for SGA. They're able to fall on top of it, and they're going to be set up a 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. And looks like we have another player down, so let's take another break here and we'll be right back.
ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
The kids are headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Now we're back at Javelina Stadium. This is Real Sports Live. Santa Gertrudis has a 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line after the Skidmore punt. So 1st and 10 for the Lions. Here's the snap directed Tinsley, who barrels forward for about a 2-yard gain on 1st down. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. He got to about the 41-yard line. And it's just been a rough night for this Academy offense. They've had the ball quite a bit. Likely leading in time of possession here as Tinsley gets a direct snap, dances inside, trying to find some room, gets to about the 44-yard line, picks up about 3, but not much else. They're going to mark him at the 45 for a gain of 4, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Very manageable down and distance situation here. Last time out, Santa Gertrudis turn the ball over. They have a fumble, an interception, and a couple on downs here for this game in their week one for them, their debut here on the season. As Tinsley takes a snap and he just goes nowhere, has to jump over his own man in the backfield, Anthony Ramirez. And that's going to be a loss of about 4. So it's going to be a punting situation for Santa Gertrudis after that. Just nowhere for Tinsley to go. Just a little loss back there in the backfield. Had to jump over his own man and just seemed like a broken play there. So Jacob Sanchez, number 9, in to do the punting. As Coronado back, is just going to let it sail, and it takes a SGA bounce to the 27-yard line. And that's where Skidmore-Tynan is going to take over at their own 27-yard line with 5:02 left here in the 3rd quarter. Skidmore unable to do much on the ground after 2 weeks of success in that area, but SGA has it scouted pretty good and did a good job of reading that run. Hasn't cost them yet here. And here's the give to Guerra, and Guerra goes headfirst into the line. Picks up maybe 1 on the play up to the 28-yard line. Or 27. 2nd and 9. Not the kind of gain you want to have on 1st down. You got to do this in chunks, and you got to run this kind of formation to a T. Single back, man in motion. It's Coronado on the sweep. He comes around the left side, and he has some running room. 1st down and more. He goes past midfield, tries to shake a couple of defenders. Almost to the 40-yard line, to the 42-yard line for a 31-yard gain. One of the longer gains it's the longest gain of the game for Skidmore-Tynan. First and 10 from the Santa Gertrudis 42-yard line. Here's the give to Menchaca. A nice run up to the 34-yard line. Picks up around 8 there. Nice bit of hard running inside the line. There's the give by Menchaca. Follows the blocker to the heart of the line and able to pick up a nice gain on first down. Going to bring up a 2nd and short. There's a give to Coronado and coming around on the left side, but gets taken down by Jacob Espinosa. Nice play there in the backfield by Espinosa. Take a look. Here's Coronado. Had some good running room to the left side that last time, but just gets shoelaced there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of Santa Gertrudis. There's the fake, and Florence up ahead and has some running room, and he's going to make it up to about the 23-yard line. Picks up about another 8 yards there. Call it 9 here. There's just a lot going on pre-snap there to read. And there's a fake on the inside. They looked at Coronado, but Florence keeps it and barrels up, puts his head down, picks up 9 yards there on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 1 now after the 9-yard pickup on first down. And up ahead is Guerra now. And he's going to pick up the first down and more. Picks up about 6 yards to the 17-yard line there. And now Skidmore starts churning a little bit. The ground game moving as they're trying to tire down this academy defense. Just a lot to read pre-snap, and we're going to have a timeout. And it looks like it's going to be charged to the academy as they want to talk about it, as they've been gashed here for a couple of long gains on the ground. So while the Lions talk about it, let's take a break. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
If you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Come and enjoy 2 full days of Texas Fest on March 13 and 14 at the San Benito Fairgrounds. Experience the Battle of the Alamo. See the fabulous Grammy winner Erida Reina Yavante and legendary Jaime de Anda, plus Los Garcia Brothers, Sereno, H3, Grupo Ácido, huge car show, market days, and join the IBCA State Championship Cook-Off. Take in native Indian, folklorico, and Aztec dancers, Reyes dancing horses, and rock climbing wall and games. Don't miss Texas Fest in San Benito.
Welcome back to Halloween Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live, and we're near the end of the third quarter here. 1-11 Skidmore-Tynan now driving. They are at the Academy 17, 1st and 10, and they've gotten the run game going. Menchaca in motion up ahead. Into the middle is Guerra. Picks up another 6 yards to about the 11-yard line. They're just churning up yards now on these first down plays. what they've been wanting to do here, and as they slowly started to chip away of the endurance here of the academy defense, which fatigue is starting to set in here as this drive has been a lengthy one, a slow one, but a lot going on in the trenches there as blocks develop. Here's Coronado in motion pre-snap to give us to Coronado, and he dances up to about the 6-yard line. Needed 4, picks up 5, and that's going to be first and goal at the 6-yard line. First and goal from the 6, Skidmore. They beat the clock, and the give is up ahead to Guerra, and Guerra is going to rumble all the way down inside the 1-yard line, picks up about 5 there, and he was stopped short of the goal line, and that's how the first quarter is going to end. Still nothing tie, but Skidmore on the move. Let's just look at that run, just barreling ahead. Such a strong runner as Guerra makes it up the middle, and it gets taken down short of the goal line. But we're headed to the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, and we're still scoreless here. Santa Gertrudis Academy nothing, Skidmore-Tynan nothing. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina, and we're Real Sports Live, and we are about to get going with the fourth quarter here. Skidmore-Tynan, for the better part of 3 quarters, their offense being stagnant, starting to get yards in chunks here, and here we go. First play, and it's going to be Florence on the keeper, and he's going to walk into the end zone, met there by Brant Tinsley, but Tinsley was a little bit late there making the play. It's going to be touchdown Skidmore on a 1-yard run by Cade Florence. Let's go to the replay. Line up in the usual formation, and everybody looks like they're going to sell out on the run there, but you see Florence just keeps it, goes around to the right side. Tinsley comes up and tries to make the play there, but everybody read the run in the middle, and now Skidmore leading 6-0 with 11:57 to go. We got a player down on the field. Let's take a quick timeout.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and after a 1-yard run by quarterback Cade Florence, Skidmore-Tynan now leads 6-0 with 11:57 to go here in the game. On for the extra point is Florence. Holder has been Chaka. Kick is up, and it looks like there was a piece gotten by Academy, and extra point's going to be no good. See if we can see anything on the replay there. Let's see if an Academy player got a piece of it. It looks like they might have there as the ball just goes swirling. So it's going to stay 6-0 with 11:57 to go. And those were the first points of the game. We're going to see if Academy can come out with an answer. But you saw there on that last drive, Skidmore-Tynan's offense finally getting going the way they wanted it to. Picking up chunk yardage, 6 yards here, 8 yards there. Just everything working well there for that offense. And it's going to be interesting to see if they continue that through the rest of this game, which is only 11 minutes, 57 seconds. Let's see if Santa Gertrudis can get something going and find their rhythm here. Back to receive the kickoff is number 7, Jaden Bijarro. And number 17, Jacob Espinosa. Here's the kickoff, and it's a short one. Going to be fielded at the 32 by Tony Benitez. And Benitez makes it up to about the 41 before he gets taken down, and that's where Santa Gertrudis is going to start this drive at their own 41-yard line. So we got another timeout on the field. And let's take a quick break so they can get this ironed out.
Be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live. And Skidmore-Tynan holding a 6-0 lead with 11:49 left to go in the game. And Santa Gertrudis Academy with the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Skidmore-Tynan's offense has found its rhythm as of that last drive. And Santa Gertrudis hoping they can do the same here on this drive. As 4 wide receivers set with single back. Here's a quick pass out into the flat. Incomplete. Intended for Kirby Owen. Tinsley tried to get rid of it quick and throws it a little bit ahead of Owen to the flat. Incomplete, brings up 2nd down. Just chunk yardage is one thing that Santa Gertrudis has not been able to get here, or much of a rhythm at all. Coming out again, same formation, 4 wide. Tinsley fakes. There was a lot of white shirts coming to him, and that pass had to be broken up by Owen as Briley Chandler there was in place to make a play, got his body turned around, went up for it, and Owen started playing DB there, needing to prevent a third turnover in this game. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Lions, who can ill afford another 3 and out here. 4 wide set, 3 wide receivers to the left for Tinsley. Takes the snap here. Gets the pass out of the backfield to running back number 22, Adrian Gonzalez. And Adrian Gonzalez picks up 19 on the play. Tried another quick pass out of the backfield as Tinsley gets that one out to his receiver on a little screen, and he's able to get past a couple of defenders before finally getting taken out of bounds for a nice gain. And there's a 2-yard gain on that first down play. So 2nd and 8 now, and Tinsley rolls to his right. He has the receiver downfield and just short. There was 2 defenders there in front of the intended receiver, Owen. But Owen had to step, the ball just coming up short. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 now. Lions converted the last 3rd down on this drive, was a 3rd and 10. Saw a 22-yard gain by Adrian Gonzalez on a pass out of the backfield. See what they do here on 3rd and 8. And it's a direct snap to Tinsley, and Tinsley gonna go nowhere. Tries to bounce it out to the right, and he's gonna get sacked at the 40-yard line. It's tackled by both Marcus Gabriel and Keegan Westmoreland. And there's going to be a timeout on the field by Academy with a 4th and 10 coming up. So while the Lions talk about it, we're going to take a break. This is Real Sports Live, and we'll be back.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live, coming to you from Javelina Stadium. Bringing you football action between the Santa Gertrudis Lions and the Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats here. Bobcats holding a 6-0 lead, and Santa Gertrudis facing a 4th and 10 here at the Skidmore 40-yard line, and looks like they're going to come out and go for it here. 5 wide receiver set, empty backfield. Tinsley back to pass. There's the rush, gets rid of it quickly, throws it up ahead, intended for his running back Adrian Gonzalez, and that's going to be incomplete, and another turnover on downs for the Academy Lions. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Skidmore at the 40, at their own 40-yard line. .22 to go in the game. And there's a little bit of clock issues here. So 1st and 10, and here's the handoff to Guerra up ahead. And Guerra fighting for yards is going to pick up about 4, so those are 4 yards that he earned there, rambling inside the line. There's some tough yardages there. Got it into the line, dancing around, bouncing it a little bit, and fighting for every yard there on that one. Gonna bring up 2nd and 6, and Skidmore-Tynan in no hurry. Even with 9 minutes, a team like this beginning to think about just salting this game away, and they can do that if they just keep getting these chunk yardage gains. And here's an inside handoff to Coronado, a nice play there by the line, sniffed out. Now it's Jacob Espinosa coming in and making that play, but Coronado had some steam. He gets the inside handoff there, and good job of Espinosa coming in from the secondary and just making that play. Nice tackle there, and we've seen a few of those by this Lions team. It's a big reason why Skidmore has had trouble getting into a rhythm. And up ahead to Guerra, and Guerra with another nice run there picks up the 1st down and more. He needed 5, picked up about 6.5, but there's some flags on the play there. And that's going to be check out the run there by Guerra, just big body just barreling ahead there in the defense. Well, this is going to be a penalty, and they're going to move it back. So it's going to be a penalty of the 15-yard variety. So Skidmore with a 6-0 lead here. Now faces 3rd and 15 at the 35. Here's a pass by Florence. Florence throws it up ahead to Coronado, and Coronado picks up about 8 there, but there's a penalty flag. So we're going to check the penalty. Skidmore-Tynan opened this quarter with a 1-yard touchdown run by Cade Florence, and that was the only score of the game with just seconds into this 4th quarter here. So there's going to be another penalty on Skidmore, and that's going to move them back. All the way back to the 28-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 22 now for Skidmore. So a little bit of a conference at the 28-yard line between officials. So it's not going to be third down. It's going to be fourth down. So it's going to be 4th and 22. After the dead ball foul. So it's going to be a punting situation here for Skidmore. And back to receive the punt is quarterback number 11, Brad Tinsley. And number 17, Jacob Espinosa, back deep. Everybody moving up just a little bit. And here's the punt. And it's going to be a high, short punt. And it's going to take a Bobcat bounce. But Tinsley grabs it on the bounce, and he's going to return it. And he gets it past the 50, inside the 45-yard line, pushed out of bounds at around the 44. And there's a penalty flag after that return. So 6-0 Skidmore, scoring at the opening of this fourth quarter on a 1-yard run by Cade Florence. Academy's Brent Tinsley on the return inside the 40, but there's flags down, and we're going to check on the flags. So it's going to be on Skidmore. And here's a big break for Academy, as it's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and it's going to move them to the 34-yard line. So instead of 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 44, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 34 now for Academy. And another break for the Lions. See if they can try to take advantage of this one here. Trailing 6-0 with 7:56 to go in the game. So 1st and 10 Academy at the Bobcat 34-yard line. 3 wide receivers set, single back. Here's the handoff to Anthony Ramirez. And Ramirez gets taken down in the backfield, loses about 4 yards. They're going to give him forward progress, so it's going to be 2nd and 12. Back at the 37-yard line. So it's going to be about 2nd and 13 from the 37. And looks like it's going to be a delay a game on the Santa Gertrudis. That's their 2nd of the night. Done that a couple of times. They've had 2 delay game penalties, and they had to burn a timeout early in the first half. Have the Lions so a lot of mistakes for Academy here tonight. One of them being trying to get the communication down in the huddle and get to the line of scrimmage. They've been slow on that tonight. And Tinsley has a man, and he finally connects with Owen downfield. He's been looking for that one all night. Let's take a look at that one. Another quick release by Tinsley. Here, we're going to go to the split screen, but he finally just finds Kirby up ahead. And Kirby's had that step on the defenders all night as Tinsley gets to about the 17-yard line, picks up a couple on the right side, picks up about one. And Tinsley calls his own number again and goes into the middle of the line and just gets whacked there. Just nothing happening there. Let's go to the replay. A nice push up front by the Skidmore defense as Tinsley just gets gang tackled there by a bevy of white jerseys as he tries to find a little bit of room, but gets nothing. Able just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 now. Inside of 6 minutes to go. 5:43 now. 3rd and 9 from the Skidmore 17. The Lions trying to get on the board here. And Tinsley's going for Kirby again. This time he has him in the end zone. Touchdown, 17 yards from Tinsley to Kirby Owen. It seems like he's had that look all night. He's had a step on the defenders. Finally goes over the top of one and gives Owen a chance to make a play there. Let's go to the replay. See the man in motion pre-snap, and Tinsley just a 2-step drop and just floats it down to the goal line, and Owen able to make a play over the defender for the touchdown. And after that, for the lead, here's the extra point. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. It's number 4, Jose Huerta on the extra point, gives Academy the lead now. So after all that, Academy goes down the field, finally takes advantage of good field position. A couple of plays later, finds himself now up 7-6. Things look bleak here for the offense, and all they needed was one drive, and they've gotten it. Will it be enough now against this Skidmore-Tynan offense, who's had one good drive, but nothing aside from that. This Lions defense has done a really good job against this running game here, but the offense finally clicking, and a couple of long passes from Tinsley to Owen. He's had Kirby Owen. He's overthrown him at times. He's underthrown him at times, and he's thrown it to where Owen has had to become even a defensive back here. But he finally connected with them a couple of times on that last drive, and it's paid off. 17 yards from Tinsley to Owen for the touchdowns. 5:31 to go. Academy up 7-6 now. Academy hunting that first win since 2018. Here's the kickoff. Fielded at the 18-yard line. Here's the return by Coronado, and Coronado makes it to the 39-yard line where he is taken down. So Jerry Carpenter and the Lions 5 minutes 23 seconds away from possibly a first win, but their defense will have to stop Skidmore-Tynan right here. And coming in, the story was Skidmore-Tynan's run game. Could the Lions come up and have answers for it? And they have all night long, save for one drive. And here's the gift to Coronado, and he's taken down in the backfield. Nice tackle there by Aiden Cadena. Pick up about 2 yards there. And while the offense has looked pretty rough at times, the defense for Santa Gertrudis really solid job, especially making tackles. As we're inside of 5 minutes here. 2nd and 8 for Skidmore-Tynan at their own 41-yard line. Here's the give to Menchaca. Menchaca fights forward for a couple of yards, about 3 to the 44. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5 now. A big 3rd down play coming up here, as time keeps on ticking down. This is just the right amount of time for an offense like Skidmore-Tynan. Not quite to that 2-3 minute offense, but about 4 minutes to go, near midfield. They can pick up chunk yardage slowly but surely. They'll be in position to put the game away, or maybe even go score a go-ahead touchdown. And Florence, dancing around in the backfield, picks up maybe a yard or two. Nice bit of running there, but defensively, Santa Gertrudis all over that. See there as Florence takes the snap and run, and there's an edge rusher, but he does a good job to avoid a couple of tackles there, but not much else as he gets taken down. We're going to have a timeout on the field, so we're going to take a timeout. 4th and 3 coming up for Skidmore-Tynan. On the other side of this timeout, we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166. Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC. DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
And coming out of the timeout, a big play by Santa Gertrudis. This number 9, Jacob Sanchez, and turnover on downs there. And Sanchez just all over that one, just shoots in from the edge and takes down Cade Florence, and it's a turnover on downs here. Santa Gertrudis going to take over 1st and 10 from the Skidmore 33-yard line, 34, call it. .331 here. So can the Lions put this one away? And another delay a game. That's the 3rd of the night for the Academy Lions. A lot of miscommunication by Santa Gertrudis. Definitely looks like a team with first game jitters. But they're going to... So after the penalty yards are enforced, it's going to be a 1st and 15 from the 39-yard line. 3:31 to go. Can the Skidmore-Tynan defense make another stop, and can the Lions pick up a 1st down and try to milk as much clock as they can here? Here's to give ahead to Ramirez, and Ramirez, near the original line of scrimmage, picks up about 3 yards to the 35-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 12 here. As the clock continues to move. Things look pretty bleak for Academy for a while. Their offense just looked like they were stuck in the mud, but they had a couple of downfield throws here, and that's made all the difference in this game, as Skidmore, even though they've had a lead for most of the quarter up until a couple of minutes ago, now with their backs against the wall defensively here, as Espinosa up to the 35-yard line picks up a yard or so. Penalty flag on the field. So that's going to be on Academy. It's going to be declined. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. And here's the give around the edge to Espinosa. Espinosa dropped the ball. The ball is out. The ball is out, and the referees are going to call him down at the 31-yard line. And that's going to be a timeout for Skidmore. And it's going to be a 4th down coming up, it looks like. 4th and 7 for Santa Gertrudis at the 31-yard line. So timeout on the field. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back.
The Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for Teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop. Moore Funeral Home, serving Refugio, a county family since 1969. A family-owned business. They're here to serve you every need. Winston, Judy, and Mark Moore support the Bobcats all the way to state.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This one coming down to the wire. 4th and 8 for the Academy Lions, who are leading the Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats 7-6 here after their 17-yard touchdown pass a few minutes ago from Brant Tinsley to Kirby Owen. So the officials asking for a couple more seconds put back on the clock, so it's going to be 2:15 left here. So 4th and 8 coming up, and it looks like it's going to be a punt by Academy. Jacob Sanchez on the punt and waiting at the goal line. Cade Florence here's a punt, and it bounces once, and it is down. So with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the game, Skidmore-Tynan is going to have to go 88 yards or get somewhere close enough for maybe a field goal attempt. So this is now in that tricky situation area for Skidmore, coming out with the wing T type offense. Not a lot of passing to move yourself down the field in a hurry, but especially with this rush of Academy putting the brakes on that a couple of times. And there's the rush against Florence. Rolls to his right. Throws downfield. Almost intercepted, but caught almost by Clayton. Clayton Scotter, number 2, the intended receiver. Scotton, excuse me. Nearly picked off by Tinsley, who bounced off his hands. It was a little high for him. Might have made a play on it Florence once again being flushed out to the right. Gets a block. There's a flag flies. He gets the first down marker all the way up to the 28-yard line. Would be a gain of 16, but there's a penalty flag, and it looks like it might go against Skidmore. Probably in the area of a hold or a block in the back. So it's going to be a hold and a block in the back. So, offsetting penalties here. So it's going to be, they're going to replay the down. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line after the offsetting penalties. So we're going to replay the down. 2nd and 10. Florence back to pass, steps up, throws, hit as he throws, intercepted. Intercepted, that's number 20, Tony De La Cruz. And there's that rush. As soon as the ball snaps, Florence feels the rush. Takes the snap from the shotgun, steps back, and he feels the rush, and he's hit as he throws. Ball just floats in the air, and there's De La Cruz able to make the interception. So 1:43 to go, and it's 1st and 10 Academy at the Skidmore-Tynan 17-yard line. And barring anything crazy, Academy looks like they have this one sewn up. Just got to take care of the ball as Tinsley dances up the line to about the 15-yard line. So we're going to have a timeout here. It's going to be timeout Skidmore-Tynan. So Skidmore blows their last time out, and Academy just trying to hold on to the ball. So we're a minute 36 now. And a couple of kneel downs by Academy will take the clock nearly all the way down. So a minute 36 left. Skidmore out of timeouts. And Tinsley up ahead to the inside the 10-yard line. Picks about 8 yards on the play. All the way down to the 7. And they can take their time here. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. It looks like it's going to be a measurement. With 1:11 to go. I think regardless of what the outcome is here, it is going to be a first down, and that's going to do it for sure. Now, Academy is a couple of kneel downs away from its first victory since October of 2018. First year head coach and all. Jerry Carpenter making his debut and comes in here, brings his team in at home, defeats a 2-0 Skidmore-Tynan team. Their defense does a really good job against the run. Their offense just keeps picking away and eventually has one drive, and the one drive was enough for the score, but the referee is just confirming the first down, and it's going to be first and goal from the 7, 1:11 to go, and Academy can just kneel on this and call it a win. The Lions started the season late, but there's the first kneel down. Look really gloomed for the Lions. A lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties coming in. They really very much look like a team with their first game out. There's a lot of wrinkles they still need to iron, but they come out here, they put together one good drive, take advantage of one good opportunity, good field position, a couple of passes down the field from Brant Tinsley to Kirby Owen, and culminating in a 17-yard touchdown pass from Tinsley to Owen. And next thing you know, the bleak outlook for this game turns into a victory for Santa Gertrudis. 7-6. A blocked extra point and one good drive is the difference in this game. And the Santa Gertrudis Lions, under first-year head football coach Jerry Carpenter, have come out and handed Skidmore-Tynan its first loss of the season. And that's going to be a final now. Santa Gertrudis Academy 7, Skidmore-Tynan 6. Things started off really sharp for Santa Gertrudis. They get the long run back, but the first half, just a lot of bumps in the road for the Lions. Penalties, couple of turnovers for Santa Gertrudis. The offense kept stalling, made it inside the red zone multiple times, just could not convert, just could not take advantage. But they had one good drive in the second half, and that's enough for the Lions to overcome Skidmore-Tynan. Skidmore-Tynan did a good job early on in the season, the first two games running the ball, but coming in here, the Santa Gertrudis Lions defense just did a really, really good job at keeping that run game in check, able to read run most of the time, and were able to keep the pressure on quarterback Cade Florence every time he needed to make a pass. He felt the pressure from Santa Gertrudis, but the Lions picking up their first win since October of 2018. It was week 6 in October of 2019 when they beat Falfurrias. Now they defeat Skidmore-Tynan. Nearly 2 years later, 7-6 here in their season opener. It's week 4 of Coastal Bend football, but week 1 here in the Hearts for Santa Gertrudis Academy, and they come out with a huge win, 7-6. Big way to start the season for the Lions. Skidmore-Tynan falls to 2-1 on the season here. So just recapping, in the late third quarter, Skidmore-Tynan began to come alive a little bit. They moved the offense methodically down the field, got a lot of yards in chunks, and it culminated with a 1-yard run by Cade Florence. And they looked to be cruising to victory as Santa Gertrudis did not do much. But later on in the fourth quarter, taking the ball inside Skidmore-Tynan territory, as they did a lot of this game, and they finally took good field position one time, which is all they needed, and turned it into a touchdown, a 17-yard pass from Brent Tinsley to Kirby Owen for the touchdown, and the extra point tacked on end up being the difference here for Santa Gertrudis. So the Lions began their season 1-0. Skidmore-Tynan lost to 2-1, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. Just want to remind everybody to go follow us and watch us live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're on the Roku Network, Apple TV. Make sure to go check us out. You'll be able to see highlights. You'll be able to see this archive game and much, much more. We'll have archive games of all our Week 4 action, football and volleyball up there. So go check us out for everything you might have missed in the Coastal Bend here, Week 4 this past week. And the last 3 or 4 weeks before that, you can also find a lot of good content made by everybody at Real Sports Live. Go to our website, realsportslive.com. There's some written articles up there. Be able to find a lot more on our social media. Archive videos, photos, content, and more. Shows that we do, sideline sit-downs, a lot of football previews, weekend reviews, and what's on deck. We usually do that Wednesday, so check us out there. So just make sure to go give us a like, follow us at realsportslive.com. So I just want to thank everybody once again for joining us. I'm Mark Molina for Real Sports Live. Thank you for watching, and have a good night, everybody.